My dad's not the kind of man who scares easily. He's logical, down to earth, the type who laughs off ghost stories. But there's one story, one night, he still refuses to talk about in the dark. It happened long before I was born. Back in the early 1980s, when he worked a summer job at Yellowstone National Park. He and his friend, Mark, decided to hike to the top of one of the mountains. The air was thin up there. Every sound echoed for miles. They found a strange pit in the ground, perfectly round. Locals called it an Indian pit. No one really knew what it was for, hunting blinds, maybe, or vision quests. My dad didn't believe in that kind of thing. It just looked like a good campsite. So they pitched their tent right there. Sometime after midnight, my dad woke up. He had to use the bathroom. Nothing unusual. He crawled out of the tent, climbed out of the pit, and walked a few steps into the dark. The night was quiet. Just wind and the distant cry of something in the trees. That's when it happened. He felt it. A hand on his shoulder. Firm, cold, pulling him backward. He froze. "Mark? What are you doing?" No reply. He spun around, and there was no one. Just the still night air and his own breath turning white in the dark. He grabbed his flashlight and swept the ground. The beam caught his footprints. They stopped, right at the edge of a cliff. One more step, and he'd have fallen hundreds of feet straight down. He backed away, fast, did his business, and ran straight back to the tent without looking behind him. When morning came, the world looked peaceful again. They packed their gear in silence. Then Mark said quietly, "Hey, I know this sounds crazy, but I woke up last night, and I swear I saw someone outside the tent." "What do you mean, someone?" "A man. He looked like an Indian, just standing there, watching us." Neither of them said another word. My dad doesn't talk about that night anymore. But he swears, if that hand hadn't grabbed him, I wouldn't be here to tell you this story. Whatever it was out there in Yellowstone, it didn't come to scare him. It came to save him. Some spirits don't haunt the living. They protect them. Don't forget to like and subscribe.